Alrighty then. We we are live. Waiting for the starting thing to say live. All right. So, how you doing? Having a nice day? That's great. There's nobody here yet, and that's okay. I don't expect many people to be. I just wanted to go over, I guess, some of my photos because I do lots of pictures and stuff around West Virginia, and I figured I might as well show them off to folks because I can. Anyway, in this folder, let's see if it's, I don't know if it's showing up on the screen or not. If it's not showing up on the screen, there's really no point doing this. Okay. Oh, yep, there it is. Poof. Let me open. Open with, I think this is the one I open with. Yeah. There you go. All right. This here is the New River Gorge Bridge in West Virginia, Fayette County. I took this picture in 2010, and it's basically, I want to say near the fall, but West Virginians are really proud of their bridge. In fact, we have a bridge day, and they lined this thing um, with flea market tables, and kind of feel bad that week for whoever is trying to drive a truck down the highway because you're just not going to get very far. But but yeah, it's a pretty cool event. Lots of people show up. People come from miles and miles and miles around to hang out at the bridge. So the next, I don't remember what I have in this folder. That's another shot of the gorge. Down there is the New River. Um, I don't know why they call it the New River. Maybe they ran out of names. Maybe someone just went down there and went, "Hey, there's a river down there. Must be new. What are we gonna name it?" Well, New River, I reckon. All right, and that's how that went down. So there's another shot. Not a particularly good shot, but I like the fall colors are trying to peek through. The fall colors in West Virginia, if you don't get them quick, they're gone. It's not like the Northeast where it's pretty for a really long time. And there's our rock for you people in Florida who don't know what a rock looks like. That is what a rock looks like. And I say that because there are no rocks in Florida. Well, sandstone, I guess. I guess it's a rock. That's pretty precipice along one of the hiking trails down there in Fayette County. I guess when I took the rest of these photos, I believe I took these photos after my wedding, something like that. But yeah, that one came out really cool. I've used that for a couple thumbnails, I think. Here's another shot of it. Because you can't just have one shot of a rock, you know. Sky, no idea. That's the old New River Bridge. It's kind of going across the water. You have to go down the gorge on one side and then up the gorge on the other. Get to that little bridge. It's a nice little scenic area. In fact, this I made this into a couple products on Zazzle, and I think this, I don't even remember what it was on. Like wasn't a T-shirt. It was probably a ornament or something like that. Sold a couple of these. It's close up of the river. You can see the road up there on the other side. It's pretty neat. There's a small little waterfall. I don't know if you can see it running through the trees there. This is a little footbridge along the hiking trail down there. I haven't been down there in a while. This is like totally rustic, man. I mean, can you imagine discovering West Virginia and having to go through this and map it? Oh, man. That's a better picture of, I guess, the New River Gorge. some trees. Okay. I probably took it. That photo probably looked a lot better in person than it does on film. Sometimes they do that. Depends on the camera I have with me that day. Sometimes the camera will do a scenic shot justice, and sometimes it won't. You know, sometimes you'll take a picture and you think it's crappy until you see it on the computer and it's awesome. So, you know, you just take a lot of pictures when you're out, and hope it comes out right. That was a very steep incline on the trail there, some rocks and pretty landscape. That might make a good thumbnail. I don't know if I've used that one yet or not. Some more of the woods. Um, it's like the fall in these pictures. That's why the woods aren't as thick as they normally are. But it's all good. This here is down at the bottom of the hiking trail, New River Gorge down there. More along the trail. That's the old bridge again. Pretty neat. This is, I think the New River Gorge Bridge is like behind me. Might be in front of me. I don't know. It's the same area. Oh, there it is. I was under it. You can see the top of the bridge right there. Um, yeah, West Virginians do like their New River Gorge Bridge. Lots of landscape shots. There's a little random waterfall coming out of the side of the mountain. Pretty neat. And looks like this folder's done. So we're gonna go find another folder. Heaven knows I don't have enough pictures full of folders. I don't remember who it was, but somebody had kind of a photo montage of old family photo. Of course, all of these photos are probably in one of my uh, I guess videos somewhere. This is a little colt who is actually grown up now, and I do have a couple more recent photos of this horse that I've made into videos recently. So this is what he looked like when it was a baby. Cute little horsey worsey. I don't know if that one is still there. I think this horse may have passed away. I'm not sure. Not really sure. I don't know what their names are. I don't remember. This one I think they sold. Somebody wanted him because he was real pretty. I don't think they have that little black one anymore. But yeah, hanging out with horses is kind of like they're like giant cats. You know, they're very finicky. If they don't like you, you will know it. And the problem is they're big, and if they don't like you, that could be awkward. I mean, of course, they're not particularly aggressive creatures, but it's a good idea to make friends before you wander into a field. Just kind of make sure everybody's personality is up to par. I don't know how I got all of them in one shot. I mean, it's a crappy shot. I mean, half of them aren't even looking this way, but the fact that all of them are in one shot is just kind of amazing. Oh, wait, Summer says hi, so I have to come over here and let me just do this. Oh, can I type? It's not letting me. It's oh, it's not letting me open the little word bar. I wonder why. So hi, Summer. Apparently I can't say hi to you back, but I do acknowledge your existence. Yeah, I'm a noob. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting here holding a microphone with a sock on it so that you won't hear the little wind every time I breathe. I was trying to get a picture of their faces, and every time I'd walk over to them, they'd walk away. So I have lots of pictures of horse butts. Oh wait, I almost got the front open that time. Up, horse butts. This is a pretty good shot. Um, I wish, and I think the only editing I did to some of these, I did add a little bit of blue in the sky. It was a very dreary day. It was, the sky was just pure white, um, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, Pink Glamour Girl just showed up. Well, hello. Uh, I think there's some kind of a 30-second delay. I'm not really sure how that actually works. Um, so I just want to say hey and welcome to all you folks. Everything is cool. I'm just showing people my photos that I've taken over the years. Cause why not? You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't really know what happened to the black horse. Like I said, I think they sold him because I think somebody wanted him because he was so pretty. Um, and I'm pretty sure this horse here has passed since I've taken this picture, but I'm not sure. I don't think they have any white horses anymore, so they might have sold one, and I know one of them passed away. So um, that's them walking. Keep trying to get their faces, and they kept walking away on me, and I get a horse butt instead of a face. That's not a bad shot. At least I got the entire horse in the shot on that one. You know what I'm saying? Oddball 76 liked and shared for you, mate. Well, thanks. And hello to Pink Glamour Girl. Nice to see you. Hello again to Summer Beach. Some cool folks starting to show up. I appreciate that. Just looking at some of my pictures of the country. This one, again, like I said before, is the same horse that I've shot recently that you've probably seen in recent videos. This is back when he was a colt in 2012. So this is like 5 years old. So if you want to see the horse a little bit later in life, I think a week or two ago I posted a picture with the same horse in it. And there's another horse, but I try to get close, and they turn around, they just walk away, like I ain't having it. And there's this one with the bridle. I think this is the one that they ride. I'm not really sure. There was one of them that was chill enough to ride. The others are a little squirmish. There's the colt. You can't tell it's a colt because it's a horrible picture, but it's actually a very small horse. They're eating lunch. Man, how many times did I shoot these creatures? And the sky just was not cooperating. It was just very dark and dismal, and the sky was just pure white. I was hoping to get better shots, but they move around a lot. That one's not bad if I were to just kind of crop around it. You know what I'm saying? The sky looks awful. You know? But, that's the thing with digital photography is you don't just take one picture. You take tons and tons of pictures. Um, and for every like 20 photos I take, 19 of them are going to be crap, but you're going to have that one shot that's going to be awesome. And that's how to do it. Because when you have a digital camera, it's not like you have to waste money to develop them. You know what I'm saying? You just, oh, it's not bad. Hello, Mr. Horsey. It's not like you have to waste money developing tons of pictures. You just shoot the fire out of them and hope for the best. Especially if you have a cheap camera like I do. That's not bad. If I were to brighten up this shot a little bit, it'd probably be a lot better looking. Maybe do something to the sky. It's a very dark shot, though. I don't know. It's not bad. They only have, I think, 2 horses, a bull, and a cow over there, so I don't know. There's all of them together. It's hard to get all of them together. And every time I walk around, if they're all facing in one direction, they like turn. They're like giant cats, I'm telling you. Horses are finicky creatures. They'll turn around and wander off, you know, almost in a straight line. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't just so darn dark. And when the sky isn't cooperating, it doesn't matter what the time of day it is. It's going to look wonky. I think this was probably closer to the evening, but this was shot at a different time. This says November 2012. It's a pretty looking horse. And that is my last picture. So, we're going to... oh, well, thanks, guys. Let me see what the comments are. My son is begging for a four-wheeler. Yeah, and you know, Summer, they don't like wearing the helmets, and they got to wear helmets. Helmets are important. Pink Glamour Girl, Pretty Horses. I would say thanks, but I can't take credit because they're not mine. Very nice photos here. Thank you. I had permission to wander around a friend's farm, and that's what I did. Did a lot of wandering. These are this is 2012, so this is um, very old pictures of my cat, who is who is now an old lady. That's just 5 years ago. Let me see here. Photos. I want to click the right one. There's a cat doing a weird, stretchy cat thing. I swear sometimes cats are liquid. Oh, she was very cute when she was small. In the background, you see a little dog hiding in a cage. A very terrified little dog. We found him on the side of the road. Um, Actually, we found him and his sister on the side of the road, and we were, I guess they were strays or dropped off by somebody. So we picked them up and found them homes, which I thought was, the right thing to do. There he is. You can see him a little better in this photo. And the cat's looking back at me like, "We're not keeping that thing, are we?" No, no, we're not. Meow, meow. I don't know what shot I was trying to get by holding the cat up, but there's a cat on the keyboard. Because, if you have a kitten and you have a computer, you just, it, you're going to get this shot at some point. It's actually my ex-wife's computer. Oh, goodness. Playing with her little fuzzy dog. I don't remember who shot those pictures, if it was her or me. There's a cat on the computer again. I've made this into like thumbnails or something before, I think I've used that picture. She was so tiny. Now she's just big, mean, and she hates cats. She is not a cat person. Ah, telling you. Meanie. I really have no idea how long this delay is. Um, and I apologize for you guys not really knowing. Now that photo is like, um, just shut up and feed me or something. That's funny. Oh, yeah, I shot the fire out of this cat because, as I said before, um, digital cameras sometimes, they're not, you have to take two or three in order to have one that's good. Meow. And that's the last one. So, looks like we're going to open another folder. I don't have enough folders full of pictures on this computer. I don't really know what the point is of this live stream. I'm just kind of hanging out right now. I didn't set up the flea market today because not a lot of people are out, and it's the sort of thing where more people draw more people, kind of like popularity breeds more popularity kind of thing. Oh, goodness. Have some of that Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Man, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. This is on a friend's mountain. I guess they own like the top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia. And this is kind of like looking over a precipice that literally goes straight down to your death. So you have to kind of, be careful on some of these country roads. That's a pretty picture. It's been edited. I added a little bit of color to it just to make it pop. Um, Want to say this is spring. Let's see. I don't. 2016. Yeah, this is spring. Added some color to that too. These are all basically hayfields on top of a mountain. It's Pretty neat. There's been a couple incidents with animals up there. Whatever it was big and it wasn't a bear. This is a pretty good shot, and I've used this for a couple thumbnails. This is I wish the trees were a little crisper, but it's not bad for not having a tripod with me that day. You can definitely get a oh, okay, I'll see you later, Summer. Thanks for stopping by. You can kind of see the definition in the landscape, things like that. It's pretty neat. Let's see. There's another neat one. The last one was better than this one, but this one's kind of nice too. This is a little pond on the property somewhere. Photo almost looks overexposed, doesn't it? And you can tell I tried to add some blue to the sky, and it looks a little awkward. That's a little more natural. A little better. There's just a random pond in the middle of nowhere. Apparently it's pretty deep and there's actually fish in there, so I don't know. There's a path to the pond, which isn't really a path. You have like waist high weeds to walk through, which is always fun when you're worrying about snakes in the middle of nowhere. This is I guess the road that leads off the other side of the mountain. Looks like I did a little bit of coloration to try to make the trees pop a little bit. But at least the sky was cooperating that day, so you gotta say that. Skies don't always cooperate. This is kind of an overlook along the road going up. They have it. What am I trying to say? They had to like add dirt to it, otherwise you'd be falling off the side of the mountain. It's kind of the road's a little treacherous. A TDN tailor-made production says, "Morning, everyone. How's it going today?" Well, it's going pretty good. I changed my plans today. Was going to do something, did something else. And now I'm kind of in hurry up and wait mode, so I decided to jump on this thing and show you guys some pictures. So I guess that's how it's going today. It's another look. Some pretty good shots in here. I should probably use a couple of these as thumbnails. I take so many pictures, it's easy to forget, what I have and where is it. That's part of the road leading up. Can't really call it a road. It's more like a cleared path. It's a miracle my truck even makes it up there. I don't have four-wheel drive either. I mean, my Explorer, it's your basic 4.0 Ford engine pulling its big old beastie self up a hill. Actually does pretty well. This is blurry because I was in a moving vehicle at the time, but if I had a tripod and set it up right, this would be a much better shot. But I still like it. It's rustic. Rustic is good. This is, I guess, looking at the little pond from another angle. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm my own worst critic, but like I said, it's best to take lots and lots and lots of pictures because with a digital camera, half of what you take is going to turn out to be crap anyway. So you may as well just take a lot of pictures and, keep the ones you like the best and delete the other ones, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got a ton of these. It's just that overlook again. I keep coming up, there was a little snake next to me last time I did this. I think these are already on YouTube. I think I made a video of these at some point. Probably did. There's a little cow pasture on the way up the mountain. This is all a friend's land, by the way. I had permission to be there, so it's not like I was just trespassing. It's just a little pond along the side of the trail leading up the mountain. Very murky and icky looking. I don't know if they've seeded it with fish or not. I know the one on top of the mountain they seeded with fish because it's a lot deeper. And that's the last photo. So, you should trade your Ford in and get a Chevy. I have a Tahoe with a 5.7 Vertec. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, my 4.0 is probably a little bit better on gas, though. You gotta think about gas. This is just a cheesy folder, but I'm going to show you anyway. Open with. Rusty Faith says, hey! Oh, goodness. These are awful pictures. I must have taken them with a old Fliposaurus dumb phone. You know what I'm talking about, the old Fliposaurus dumb phones. They didn't do much. Kind of brings back some memories, though, back in the day. Old flea market setups. I was selling a weight bench. Ironically, now I kind of need one. Because I'm getting wimpy and old. I'd like to have a weight bench in my basement. That'd be nice. This is a different setup. That's years ago. I don't have, like, any of that stuff now, I think. See, off for dinner. Bye, everybody. Bye, Oddball76 Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. It's been fun. I'm just kind of goofing off, showing people stuff. Oh, had some knives at one time and some patches, and there's me in another spot. Look at all the crap that I had. That's 5 tables full of crap. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, goodness. I like doing it, though. You know, it's a good, solid hobby. I mean, you're not going to make much doing it. I think this is my dad's setup. I don't know why I'd have his photos in here, but, oh, there's me again. You know, it's a hobby. You're not going to make any money doing flea markets, but you know, it's good to get out. Add it to the fact that, you know, you might find something that you could use or find something you want to trade for something else. That was back when I had a tent. I don't miss that tent. That thing was huge and bulky. Man. I feel your pain having a slow laptop. Oh! Talking to CDN Tailor Made Productions. I have like half a dozen pages open on this thing. I'm surprised it's doing as well as it is. This here is back when I was in dog rescue. Let's see, some Great Pyrenees doggish. Yeah, I was in dog rescue. What was the year on that folder? I don't know. It was a very long time ago. But people want purebred dogs, and then they don't understand their personalities, and then they want to get rid of them, and that's a shame. So I was in a Great Pyrenees rescue for a number of years until the, I guess, owner of the rescue passed away, which was a shame. It's a shame a lot of these photos are blurry. But, you know, they're basically big, white, fluffy sheepdogs. And people love them when they're puppies and when they're small and when they're cute. But these dogs get really huge, okay? And in spite of the fact that they are giant sweetie pies, they are giant and they are extremely hairy. And most times when people return them or try to get rid of them, it's, well, there's just hair everywhere. There's just too much hair and there's too much, well, you know, read the memo on the breed before you get rid of your dog. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool, man. But they are extremely hairy. In fact, over here, a little grooming station, you know, you sit the dog on the little platform there and you basically rake and rake and rake. And all this white on the ground here next to that wood, you know, a little where you have them sit, is dog hair. So, you know, there's a lot of dog hair, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to get rid of your pet. That's not cool, man. Um, I don't really remember why this little covered thing is here. I don't think we used it for anything, but they're all waiting to go back inside. It's too hot out here and I'm covered in hair. Big old pile of. Yeah, they're very lazy creatures. They'll just hang out and sleep. Here's a couple more. I have a red-nosed pit bull. Need to find her a mate. Um, we have like talking to CDN TaylorMade again. We have uh, the trader. It's kind of like the penny saver in some areas. Um, I just put an ad in a paper and just say hey, I have a dog that needs bread. You know, you might get a hit. You never know. You never know. But yeah, that was years and years ago. Good little puppies. Anyway, that folder's done. So we'll go to the next one. This one I have labeled Good West Virginia Shots. So we're going to see what is in here. I wonder. This is a shed door. Took this picture in Richwood of it was a shed basically behind the house I was living in at the time, and it's the back of the house. There's a random bicycle in the snow, which I thought was poetic enough to shoot. Why not? This is in Lake Stevens Park. You can actually see me all the way up here, which means my ex-wife took this picture. Huh, I just noticed that. Interesting. This is a Union cannon at Carnifex Ferry battle in West Virginia. Carnifex Ferry is a, well, I guess it's a park now. This is a shed in on a friend's farm, kind of in the middle of nowhere. I thought it was rustic, so I shot it. It's another one. They have sheds everywhere up there. Ain't nothing in them but junk, but that building has since burnt to the ground. No, wait, is that the one that burned down? No, I think that one's still there. A different one burned down. Anyway, that's at a friend's farm. Pretty neat. This building is almost completely fallen apart by now. That is a barn on McKinney Mountain Road, I want to say, outside of Sophia. Yeah. This is on the friend's farm again. I decided to be creative and get kind of an angle shot of equipment in an old rustic shed, which I thought was nice. This is the back of, I guess, the farmhouse, hanging up some laundry. I thought that was a nice rustic country shot. Another shed. The side of the house up there in Richwood. These photos are all jumbled together, aren't they? This is the old Green Bridge. It has since been replaced. This is over the Cherry River, where the Cherry and Gauley River kind of intersect in, I want to say, Nicholas County. Pretty neat. Oh, goodness. This is a brick wall on the overlook. I mean, why take a picture of the scenery at the overlook when you can take a picture of the brick wall that's there so you don't, fall over into the... I don't know why I did that. And there's a park bench. Okay, random. Stop sign. That says at the Carnifex Ferry Park over there. This is, I believe this is Cherry River, obviously in wintertime. Snow. I decided footprints into snow was a good idea. Kind of looks good. Here's another park bench. There's a I think this is like a wheat or a hay scraper or something like that. Another angle of it. This is a barn that I took through the windshield of a moving vehicle, and I only had one chance to get this shot, and it came out pretty good. So, um, I was actually in a moving vehicle when I took that shot. It's amazing that it looks as good as it does. But figured I should share. This is in Raleigh County. This is some tracks. This guy wasn't cooperating. It's usually not. There's some bikes. I decided that looked poetic for some reason. And there's a culvert. All right. I've actually used this as kind of like my avatar a few times. It's kind of this hole in the ground. Because why not? Park bench. There's steps. This is at Lake Stevens. This is in, oh gosh, I don't remember. It's an old train station. Been there tons of times. More tracks. Thurmond. Okay, yeah, that's the name. That's where I was. Wanna know how I know? Because I took a picture of the post office. This is down the road a ways. This is a memorial, I believe, for fallen miners. This is Lake Stevens. President. This is Twin Falls. This is the first waterfall. Water level was pretty high. Lots of snow. It was very cold, but pretty. This is, I guess, in the spring. Same waterfall, different angle, different time of year. Carnifex Ferry, Union Canyon. Boom. This is in the parking lot of my post office during that snap blizzard we had a few years ago. This is Lake Stevens. I want to say it's late fall, maybe, something like that. This is a horse. I've used this this photo for an avatar many times. Seems like a good idea. This is a dock there on Lake Stevens. It's not a bad picture. I could do without the power lines running through it. And it'd be nice if the trees had a little more color, but you know, take what I can get. This one is actually in another folder. This is a overlook near my house, a couple miles away, maybe 3. This is in Indiana. It's my ex-wife's in her neighborhood. I thought it was a neat looking tree. Neat looking scraggling tree there. Neat scraggly tree with a ominous white sky. I thought that looked pretty cool. A little spooky. This is back in West Virginia. This is on the road headed towards Thurmond. I just looked up and there was a shot there, so I took the shot. I think it looks pretty neat. It's kind of got spookiness going on. This is Cherry River, near where it intersects with the Gauley River. This is Cherry River. That's an evil, horrible creature bent on the destruction of humanity, and indeed possibly the world as a whole. Very selfish, narcissistic, evil animal that thinks of nothing but murder all day. Yes, they like to kill and destroy and eat anything helpless, anything smaller than them. Truly a terrible scourge upon the world right there. It's awful creature. Sorry, I had to light up. Anyway, that's the end of that folder. Well, Well, we're just ripping through folders like crazy. Thanks to whoever's watching. It says that 2 people are watching. I guess it's awesome of you. Um, it's all good. I just didn't really have a lot else to do right now, so I figured I'd give this a shot. Because why not? This isn't a very good photo, but this is in my junk cars folder. So they're all going to look a little junky. Look at that old beast. That would be a deceased Plymouth. Man, I think nature won that round. I'm telling you. Nature and the kids that live on the farm. I was trying to get creative with that angle. That is pretty creative, though. I like it. Inside the car, or one of the cars. Man, what a beast. That's a beast right there. I'm just sitting here working on an LED light bar for an RC truck. Well, that's cool, man. I'd like to have an LED bar in my truck, my big one, the Explorer. I think that'd be awesome. Of course, my luck, I'd probably attract a cop or something. I don't really know what the rules are about that in West Virginia, but I don't see a lot of cars, with the lights around the lights in the bottom. Maybe it's a thing. I don't know. Here's an engine from 100 years ago. Yeah. Couple more cars on the farm there. And a boat. Well, that's random. Okay. Here's an old car. That's pretty cool looking. I have no idea what brand it is. There's the front of it. Looks European though, doesn't it? Volkswagen. Biscayne. Old engine block. Oops, I just pressed really fast in it. Okay. Steering wheel. They use them for out in the bush nighttime. Yeah, I'd imagine they would. Let's see here. This is missing its steering wheel. That one still has a wheel. See, this stuff is on a farm, and it's got like 5 boys on this farm, and they like to tear stuff up. And every time they get broke, they rip off a couple more layers of metal to go down and scrap them. So a lot of these cars are. It's funny when I visit. Every so often I'll go up and look at the cars, and they're smaller and smaller and smaller. Every time I go over there, because there's more pieces that get ripped off. They'll get a couple truckloads of scrap, take it down to the scrap yard, and when they think they made enough money for that day, they might do it again later, 6 months later. But yeah, that's how that works. So these cars will eventually be completely gone. A couple of them already are. Look at that. Old beasts. This is a different car lot, obviously. This is down in Florida. A friend of mine owned a Mazda parts thing or something. I don't know. All kinds of stuff down there. Neat looking cars just sitting there rusting away. But if you need a part, he's your guy. Okay, this is back in West Virginia. It's a Dodge. Looks like they ripped off the hood, then decided, well, there ain't enough room on the truck for another hood, so we'll just take what we got. We're chopping down a tree to get to this one or something. Look at that. All kinds of history going on there. This one is mostly gone. There's another one. Glad I was able to, there's probably 2 or 3 good shots in this folder. Most of them are just me doing a lot of shooting. You know, just in case. That was an Impala. Yes, it was. Well, it still is, technically, I guess. It's just not a happy one now. Impala. Look at that beast. Look at the lines. They don't make cars like that anymore. Well, you know, there's reasons, because of gas. This truck here, I think they were able to haul the entire thing off one day. I don't think that's there anymore. I know that's not there anymore. That's not there anymore. That is, they ripped that thing down to the frame. So there's a little bit of a frame still in the grass. And there's a random fire truck, because why not? And that's the end of this folder. And looks like I only have 1 folder left. Well, I'm gonna go through this here. Never done live streaming before. This is all new to me. It's like totally fascinating. I'm the only YouTuber in the history of the world that does not actually own a webcam. Well, that's not true. I do. It just doesn't work. This picture is too dark. It looks like there's a haze over it, which is probably why I've never used it for anything, but it'd be nice if the trees had a little more color too. I mean, I could fix it with some good editing software, but I have so many photos of this lake that are better, you know. There's really no point. So this one has just kind of been rotting in the folder. See, this is a much better photo of the lake. There's the same day too, so I don't know. It's just like what I said before when it comes to digital cameras. You can sit there with a digital camera and shoot the exact same thing 5 times and get 5 different pictures. It drives me nuts sometimes. I guess the newer ones are a little bit better, but excuse me. Drinking my coffee. It's not a bad photo. Lighting is a little awkward. The shading coming in over there, and I don't know. Trees are a little fuzzy. That's not bad, but trees are all dead. Winter photos are rough. It's really hard to get good winter shots when there isn't any snow on the ground. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a challenge. This is probably summertime here. Down below is the, I guess, the beach area of the lake. This is winter time again with no snow on the ground. It just, you know. I tried to be creative. That's kind of a creative shot, looking between the trees. It's not particularly a great shot, but it's creative. This would be a lot better if it wasn't blurry. Blurry. I don't know. Blurry. Trees in West Virginia are blurry a lot. Ooh, that's pretty awful. That was a much better one. Yeah, in fact, this is the same vantage point as that other one during the wintertime. So, there's another shot of the lake. Of course, this is all shots of the lake because this is from my Lake Stevens folder. There's some ducks. I doubt I took that picture. That was probably my ex-wife's shot right there. Because I don't care about ducks. I'm not gonna take pictures of ducks. It would be a lot better if the sky was cooperating. I might be able to add some blue at some point. Get me some software, although that kind of looks like a haze in that other bank, doesn't it? I don't even know where I took this picture from. Oh, I know where I took it from. Okay. Man, the sky was not cooperating at all that day. I'm trying to get creative, shooting close to the water. That's pretty blurry. See, that's not blurry, but it's too dark. Man, one day I need to go through this folder with some editing software and just lighten up some spots. Like if I made the sky a little bluer, if I made the tree line a little lighter, the picture would probably look a little better. That doesn't look bad, but the camera's crooked. I tell you what, with photographers, we are their own worst critics. It's true. You can, I can get 10 compliments on a photo, and look at the same photo and go, nah, it's crap. you know, it's true, man. We are our worst critics. Oh, that one's not bad, but the camera's crooked. Um, I don't know. See, now that's okay. That's one of the better ones, I think. You know, um, if I were to edit, I'd probably do something about the darkness in the trees over there on that one side. Sky could probably use a little bit more blue. It's just not blue enough, dang it. But that's not bad. This is actually a pretty good fishing spot. I say pretty good fishing spot. It's a good peaceful spot to try to fish, but you're not going to catch anything there because there aren't any fish there. I don't know why, but they've just never been in that spot. But everyone tries to fish in that spot because it's a nice spot. But it's a dry spot. This would probably be a little better if it wasn't crooked. I don't know. It's not too bad. Trying to be creative, looking down a log. Yeah. And you're crooked again. That's a little better. That's just awful. Through the trees. Now, with something like this, you can tell that there was something neat on the other side or something scenic, and camera just didn't pick it up at all. I mean, because you can't, I wouldn't have taken that picture if I didn't think it was interesting. You can't see anything. So, you never know. Sometimes you just shoot at stuff, hoping for the best, and there's probably two or three really good shots in this folder, but that was from me just shooting the fire out of everything all day. Just keep shooting. That's what I tell people. I don't know why I'm trying to shoot through trees. If I was trying to do a study on lighting or something, I don't know. That's awful. That's crooked. The lake. Well, thanks for saying I have good picks. I appreciate that. This here is kind of a little trail that folks use when they're fishing. Kind of go around to a different spot, things like that. There's the dock looking in the opposite direction from the little trail. And this probably looked a lot better in person. Um, it was probably a lot brighter, and I don't know. I remember that day. It was a nice day. It was just it was a little cold and all the trees were dead. So, you know, shady spots are hard. It's working with shade and lighting is kind of a pain. That's nice and bright, but I don't know. Trees in the background are a little blurry. It's not awful. That's interesting. The sky isn't blue enough. The sky never cooperates around here. I mean, it can be like a gorgeous day. You go outside, take some pictures, and you come home and it's like, really? Oh well. That would probably be a lot cooler if there wasn't, a little bit of that underbrush down below. You could look at the lake a little better. Sky in the distance needs to be a little bluer. I might be able to work on that in Photoshop a little bit. Who knows? That I think I took with a camera phone. It's awful blurry. That would be a much cooler shot if it wasn't so darn blurry. That's not awful, but you know, that's just too dark. Camera wasn't letting in enough light. That's not bad, but it'd be nice if the trees had a little more color in them, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the dock. I don't remember taking this one. Probably because I don't open this folder much. I think I should put all my pics together, show them off. I got some good outdoor pics. Heck yeah, man. Seriously, go for it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of these photos I've already shown in this live stream. I have in a video somewhere. Whether it be a thumbnail or or just a photo montage. Photo montages are pretty popular, especially if you can find you some catchy music that's not copywritten or nothing like that. Kind of a public domain, catchy little music. People just sit there and watch the fire out of that stuff, man. It's true. Go for it. That's too dark, man. This photo is too dark. The sun is in the wrong place. Huh. It'd be a little bit better if I'd brighten it up a little bit. Darken the sky, brighten the trees. And this photo would look a lot better. You think? I think. Probably the same one with this one too. This one isn't bad. It's a good solid reflection. Be a little bit better if trees in the background had a little bit more color to them. But I've actually used this photo for a couple thumbnails, a couple things. I believe it's probably in a couple, montage videos too. That's not bad, but the photo is tiny, and when you try to blow it up, it gets really blurry. See? Look at that blurry. Blurry. Blurry will never do. I think I was trying to get creative, and like half of this photo is good, and the other half is kind of crappy. Oh well. It happens. Yeah, that's just no. Here's the lake again. I think I have some doubles in this folder I need to clear out. That's not bad, but I took it with a camera phone, so it's going to be too small. So if I try to blow it up any, it's going to look crappy. That's not horrible, but it needs some work. Namely, the sky and the trees around it are too dark. That's not too bad. I don't know. I am my own worst critic, though. Tell you what, that's not awful. That's okay. It's just I don't know what the subject matter is. Is it the trees? Is it the lake? Or trying to see where my eyes are drawn to, because that means that's what the subject matter is. Okay, my eyes, when I stare at this photo, my eyes are, they end up on this little red tree right here. So that maybe should have been, I don't know. Huh. It's not a horrible picture. This one, it's okay. Oh, that's just a blurry mess of ick. I have pics from an old Pentax camera. Hardcore, man. You know, the good thing about videos is when you're doing photo montages with videos, nobody's going to sit there and examine the photo. They're not going to, try to blow it up or anything like that. They're going to see it for 7 seconds and then it's gone and they get to see another one. So there really isn't a lot of time to sit there and nitpick it. That's just to say you can get away with lower pixel, photos in a photo montage a lot better than you can in, say, a thumbnail where somebody can sit there and stare at it for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So I would go ahead and use old photos. Why not? Why not? Oh, this is too dark. I don't think this is Lake Stevens. I think this is Beaver Lake. This is the wrong lake. It's in the wrong folder. So is this. Yeah, this is Beaver Lake in Raleigh County. Yep. In the Lake Stevens folders. No, it's just the Lakes folder. Okay. No, it says Lake Stevens. Okay, so this is in the wrong folder. Bummer, man. That's not bad, but the tree line is just too dark. Same here, it's just too dark. Now that's too bright. That's the opposite problem. Plus it's crooked. Oh, that's not awful. But it is crooked. I need to work on horizon. My biggest problem is I'll just stretch out my arm and take a couple pictures. Might be a little crooked. With that Pentax, I was taking a picture of a river, but after I got the picture back, I see something in the river swimming. It was hard to tell what it was. Yeah, you never know what's in there, man. Depends on the area of the country. I mean, I've had friends down in Florida accidentally taken pictures of alligators. Hey, what's that over there? Oh dear, it was that close to us, huh? You know, in West Virginia, of course, there are other things in the woods that tend to complicate things. That wouldn't be bad if. I think it's just a little bit crooked. I need to start walking around with a tripod. I think that would solve a lot of my problems. Of course, a tripod with a torpedo level maybe, because even if you have a tripod, it doesn't matter if you're going to set it up crooked. You know what I mean? That'd be my luck. I'd tripod everything, and everything is still out of whack. I took pictures of this area tons and tons of times. It's just that same little fishing hole. The sky looks strange. I wonder if I tried to fix that with the wrong color blue once or something, because that's not what the sky is supposed to look like. That's not awful, but I don't know. That's not terrible. That's not too bad. That's pretty awful. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Yep. That's okay. There's a fella in a boat sitting in the middle of the lake there. This has got to be a different camera. And this is just blurry. And that's okay, I guess. Kind of blurry. I think I tried to zoom in a little bit. Zooming in the landscape is usually a disaster unless you have a outdoor camera that knows what it's doing. Sometimes it's better to just take the whole panorama and see what you can go home and crop than it is to try to zoom in on something. You know, mine. Well, that's not terrible. You got you got some shade and you got some trees, and of course they're all blurry as crap, but still, it's not awful. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking when I took this picture. Oh, that's pretty awful. What a train wreck, man. Whew. Okay. And I zoomed in. Why not? It's pretty awful. So let's do it again and zoom in. Wow. I think that was a zoom. That's not bad. Of course, the entire frame is crooked, but you know, it's. Oh, goodness. And that is actually my last photo. Huh. I have run out of photos. Man, let's look over here, see what's going on. 2 people watching, and I think I'm one of them. So, let me go to my second channel real quick. I want to see. Yeah, okay, it says that I'm live. Sometimes I like to check just to make sure things are working. That's interesting. This says 3 people are watching, so that's awesome. Mario Sonic, hey, Yahoo DW, just got my first internet. Wow. Oh, just got my fast internet. That's awesome, man. You know, it really does make a difference. And the problem I was having was when I had my other computer, it really wouldn't matter how fast the internet was because it wasn't going to work anyway. But that's a bummer, man. But with this computer that I recently got, it's been a huge help. It's been very helpful. So I don't know. I've kind of run out of stuff, man. Although I do kind of want to mention something because um, somebody said a while ago, you know, Dave, where do you get your cool intros from? And you have really really neat intros. And how did you do that? And I'm gonna tell you in just a minute here. Boom. This one here that I just played, it's water. I have smoke, playful intro, and cinematic intro. I got all 4 of those intros for $5.50. I know, right? I'm going to show you where I got them so that you can go there too. Do I have you on my... There you are. Fiverr is a site where basically just folks online that'll do stuff for $5. Come on. I'm going to continue with Google because I don't think I signed in with... Okay. Ah, crap. No, I just signed in with the wrong email address. Now it doesn't know who I am. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cancel. I'm not going to log in. I don't need to log in. Just go to Fiverr. What I did is I went here, and they have people that will do like graphic design, music, programs, business, fun and lifestyle, video and animation. You can actually ask folks to, for $5, you know, they'll make like intros, animated logos and stuff like that, for $5. Some of them start at a little bit more, but I actually bought all of those 4 intros that I've been using that look like really professional and awesome um, for $5.50. So that's where I get my intros from. So um, Fiverr is a good site. There's a lot of crap on Fiverr. There's a lot of people trying to sell likes and trying to sell views, and a lot of that is just kind of detrimental and stuff that I wouldn't suggest you buy. But there is some legit stuff on Fiverr too. You know, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If there's something good in there, you keep it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so yeah, like this one right here. Okay, this is probably what I used. I will make 5 amazing video intros for $5. $5 basic, you know? I mean, yeah, man. And he'll like send them to you. I mean, seriously, that's all you got to do. Um, so yeah, on Fiverr, there's probably going to be a couple cool intros that'll meet your needs, and that's what I do. So, um, let's see. Mario Sonic, 2.5 before to upload, now 20 minutes. Wow, 2.5 hours, seriously. That's not cool, man. I feel your pain. I would not, I, your stamina is amazing. 2.5 hours to upload something, good night. I would just press the button and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wait that long. I upload, 20 videos at a time, and I'll schedule them, right? So, I'll have one video posting on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, at a certain time. There's no way I could do 2.5 hours for one video. That's, wow. Definitely feeling your pain. But I digress. Anyway, go to Fiverr. Just be careful of the scams. I think this is the same fellow that I bought mine from, and obviously worked out pretty good. He's got tons of formats. You just pick a format, he types in your information, rattles them out, boom, 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 and you got your intros. I mean, it's cool. I think I've made one. I made another intro for product reviews that I really don't use anymore. But yeah, that's what I use my my intros for. It's totally cheating. But anyway, I have OBS is what I'm on right now to live stream, and it took me like a week to figure this out because I'm a total noob. But anyway, I guess that's all I got, unless somebody has a question. Let me go back to see. There's like a 30-second delay, so I don't know. Does anybody have any questions about anything before I go away and do other stuff? Oh, goodness. I guess not. I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and end this here. I want to thank TaylorMade Productions for showing up. I want to thank Mario Sonic for showing up. And everything. Let's see what Mario Sonic says. I walked away, but my wife couldn't watch TV or nothing, and sometimes the connection would screw up. Man, who are you using? That's not cool at all, man. If that happened to me, I'd be on the phone, yelling at some people, making a fool of myself. Oh goodness, that's craziness. I don't know why the page is starting to. Anyway, that's all I got. You all have an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the flip side. It's been fun. I did a little test. I wanted to see what would happen, and yeah, it was fun. So thanks for spending part of your afternoon over here. All right, have a wonderful day. I'm out. Okay, let's try to turn this thing off. Oh, stop.